All right, City of Forest Park City Council meeting number 1448. Today is February 3rd. It is 7 p.m. We're going to start by standing and saying the Pledge of Allegiance.
The flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Going to the agenda, item number 1 is roll call. Will the acting clerk please call the roll?
Ms. Adams,
Present.
Mayor Brown,
Here.
Ms. Clark,
Here.
Mr. Harrison,
Here.
Ms. Holt,
Here.
Dr. Moore,
Here.
Mr. Sylvester.
Here.
All right. All council members present and accounted for.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
There should be a motion to appoint Scott as the acting clerk.
Oh, we would have to do that. Okay, so is there a motion? Well, I can make it. I move to appoint Mr. Scott Velkowski as our acting clerk of council tonight.
Second.
Been moved and properly seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right. So you are deputized, I guess. All right. Moving on to item number 2, which is the minutes. Have all the council members received the minutes?
Yes.
Any changes or adjustments to be made? All right, hearing none. Moving on to item number 3, we have presentations, and it looks like we have a full house tonight. So I wonder what everybody's here for. No. So we're going to have 4 oaths of office. So if our chief wants to come up and do an introduction, and then we'll go ahead and get to the swearing in immediately after.
Yep, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Chief.
Good evening, council. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to introduce each individual, and when I call your name, if you could come and just stand in the front and face the audience. Our first one is going to be Ellie. So this is Police Officer Ellie LaRue. Ellie grew up in Cincinnati and is third-generation law enforcement. Prior to becoming a police officer, Ellie was a corrections officer at the Warren County Jail for 4.5 years, and then was a police clerk dispatcher for Forest Park Police Department for a year. Ellie earned her peace officer certification at the Great Oaks Police Academy in 2024. Ellie is joined tonight by her son, Rowan, sister Chelsea, mother Lynn, father Rex, and her father Rex will have the honor of pinning her badge on when we get to that point. I'm now going to ask Ashley to step forward. This is Police Officer Ashley Robinson. Ashley grew up in Southwest Ohio and graduated from Butler Tech Career High School with a fire science and EMT certification. After high school, she began working for our very own Forest Park Fire Department. During her 2 years with the fire department, she felt called to policing and enrolled in the Butler Tech Police Academy. She graduated from the Police Academy in July and was hired by the police department on July 22nd of 2024. She's joined tonight by many family and friends. Her grandfather, Bill Robinson, will have the honor of officially pinning her badge when that time comes. Mr. Butler. This is Police Officer Jeff Butler. Jeff grew up in Cincinnati and graduated from Taylor High School. After graduation, he attended Clark State Community College, where he played baseball and obtained his Associates of Science degree. Upon graduation, he attended Goshen College in northern Indiana, graduating with a bachelor's degree in business. After college, he attended the Great Oaks Police Academy, where he earned his Ohio Peace Officer certification. Officer Butler is joined by his girlfriend, Kaylee, his grandparents, his uncles Tom, Ron, and Ed, his aunts Tracy, Terry, and Jane, his sister Brooke, and his father, Jeff, who will have the honor of pinning his badge tonight. Garrett? This is Police Officer Garrett Longeway. Garrett grew up in Cincinnati. After high school, he enlisted in the United States Marine Corps, serving for 4 years. During his tour, he had one overseas deployment. After being honorably discharged, he attended and graduated from the Great Oaks Police Academy, where he earned his Ohio Peace Officer certification. He was hired by the police department November 18, 2024. He's joined tonight by his mother and father, Michelle and Forey, brother Forrest, sister Sophie, his wife Alyssa, who will have the honor of pinning his badge. So I just want to let council and the community know that these 4 officers are not additional positions. They are actually replacement positions due to retirements and resignations over the past couple of years. We have slowly been able to attain the resources that we need, and we're getting much closer to that pivotal point of being fully staffed. We still have 3 positions left to fill, as well as a clerical position, but these 4 represent a great milestone towards that goal.
All right, thank you, Chief.
Thank you, sir.
All right, this is the fun part now. Step up here, everyone step forward. Raise your right hand and you will repeat after me. So when I say I, you say I, and then you'll state your name, and then you can solemnly swear or affirm. And then at the end, when I say discharge the duties as, you'll say police officer, okay? All right, so everyone raise your right hand. Everyone get your cameras ready. I know you can do that. All right, so say I. All right, do solemnly swear or affirm. That I will support the Constitution of the United States. The Constitution of the State of Ohio. The Charter of the Municipality of Forest Park, Ohio. And that I will faithfully. Honestly. And impartially. Discharge the duties as. All right, congratulations.
If the individuals who are going to do the pinning would like to step up, Garrett, why don't you step this way? Officer Butler, a little bit closer. Yeah, kind of spread yourselves out. Give everybody room so people can get photographs. Does everybody have a badge? Okay. You can, now that everybody's here, you can go ahead and pin the badge on your loved one. Thank you.
Did he stay up and get pictures?
I always give the opportunity for any one of the new officers to say comments to the council, to the community, or to the audience. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to. Nobody usually wants to.
Please don't be shy.
I'm going to ask that you turn and face the council because I believe they will have some comments for you.
Yeah, so I can start. So first of all, thank you all for the tremendous time and effort it's taken to become police officers, and thank you for signing up to be a part of the best damn police force in Southwest Ohio. I am not exaggerating when I say that this is an excellent police force under incredible leadership. I want to thank also all of your families, because we know how hard it is to continue to offer support and how much time and energy and effort this takes out of not only the officer who you're supporting, but you as your family members. So now welcome to Forest Park, because you are part of our family, and we take care of our officers, and we'll take care of their families as well. So again, thank you for raising these incredible individuals. And thank you for adding 4 more members to the police softball team against firefighters. Again, thank you all for your time and your sacrifice.
I would just like to say congratulations to you all.
Also, I want to say welcome to the city of Forest Park and welcome to our family.
We hope to see you quite a bit. We've got a lot of different events that the entire family can enjoy. we really take pride in our officers and anyone that works with us, really kind of being involved and ingrained in our community. And at a time when a lot of folks don't want to be officers, congratulations. We really understand, and we feel really, really good about you all taking that somewhat of a risk, because it's not an easy job. Your families kind of suffer and go through it, and we understand what you're putting on the line. We're going to do everything we can to make sure that your work environment is going to do everything be everything to you that it needs to be. I will say that as new officers and things, all the trainings and all the interactions and you've got a lot of folks that have a lot of experience in our police department. They've done a very good job in building a lot of different relationships. Please take all those opportunities, learn from them. They may be a little older in season, but they've got some really, really great institutional knowledge to pass down. Thank you so much for being part of our community, and I cannot wait to see you guys around.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming out, and congratulations to our new officers. I have to say to you, though, it does my heart proud when that was your wife who punched your badge on your chest. That's a military thing, so I'm a veteran too, so thank you for your service to our nation, and thank you for our service, all of you, to our community, and thank you, family, for supporting them, and we have their backs.
Yes, I'd like to say thank each of you for taking the call on your duty to come and serve this community. We understand and know the variance that takes place with an area of work that you're going to be involved in, but we know that we have good staffing here, we got good leadership and good direction, and we appreciate having you here, and we'll be extending God's blessing for each of you. So thank you.
Absolutely. I echo all the sentiments that are coming from this DS, but I also want to say, do not treat this as a job. Do not treat this as a paycheck. We have extended an invitation to you all as family. You treat the community as if it is your family. We live right now in a very trying time, and regardless of what side of the fence you are on, we are all human beings. So we thank you for taking the oath to police, to guard, to protect, as if you are family, and treating others as if they are human beings. So we thank you so much for making that ultimate sacrifice. As a council, we are here to support you. We thank you. But again, I have to say, do not treat this like a paycheck. Do not treat this as if it's just a job. But we have extended an invitation to you and to our family. So please treat the citizens as if they are your family. And in return, they will love you back. Thank you.
I'll say one quick thing here. Again, welcome to the community. Welcome to Forest Park. And two of you have already been involved here, so welcome back, or thanks for staying.
They get to cross the street now.
Yeah, you had a great opportunity to choose anywhere you could come, and you guys decided to come here, so we appreciate you making that choice. It's a great place to work. It's a great place to live, and it's a good family-oriented community, and it's a family-oriented workforce here. You can see all the guys there. They're here to support everyone. You got a whole group back there, and we appreciate all the families coming out. We know how hard it is, particularly for the young ones, because they're going to be working a little different than they're used to, and we'll, they'll get through it, and they'll be great. And I hope you guys have long careers here at the City of Forest Park and take advantage of all the opportunities that are truly here in the City of Forest Park. So congratulations, and thank you for choosing us. Yes.
God bless you.
It's that time of the council meeting where I believe if the audience would like to depart, they may, correct?
Well, before that, if anyone wants to get photos, please,
Oh,
feel
absolutely.
free to come up with your loved one, get photos in front of the dais, anything.
Yeah.
Or we can do that out in the lobby or over at the police station.
But if everyone rushes out, our feelings won't be hurt. You can-
Won't hurt us.
All right, thank you all for coming.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm making
Congratulations.
I was like, that's Elizabeth.
That's what we're gonna call her. That's what we're gonna call her. Okay.
Yeah.
Denise.
Wow, Dayton Fire.
There's, over the last year, there's been about 3 or 4.
Okay, because I thought we was getting close. I'm
Yeah,
trying
well,
to
so don't hold that against me.
39.
Retired is one thing, moving on to other cities, something else.
Yeah.
It's one or two through that.
Okay, I get that. Get it. I get it.
We had a few Marines when I was in Iraq. We had a few, not too many.
team.
Yeah.
Appreciate your service.
Okay.
Yeah,
We
thank
don't
you.
let
Right,
them
sir.
do
You have a
Thank
anything.
you.
Veterans Day program, so hope you can make
No
it.
softball, no baseball, that the city supports. You can go play all you want, but that workers' comp injury is not ours.
Oh, so that's why they got rid of the, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. If it's sanctioned, it's our team.
Gotta sign a waiver. No.
Yep. That waiver's about as good as that broken leg is, you know?
Okay. That's a good photo. Okay. All right, thanks, guys. Ravina.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, man. Awesome.
Okay. All right, well, that was fun. So moving on to item number 4, which is communications from the public. So this is the time for citizens to comment on matters. Not coming. This is the time for citizens to comment on matters before council or to ask questions of concern to them. So when recognized, please come forward to the podium, give your name and address, and then state your comments or questions. Council meetings are tape recorded for ease of transcription, and comments are limited to 5 minutes. So if there's anyone, any member of the audience who would like to come address council, please come forward to the podium. There should be a sign-in sheet and a pen up there. Just sign in, give your name, and you have 5 minutes to address council.
I was not prepared for this.
No pressure.
Not a question, but kind of a proposal. Okay. I am looking into opening an adult daycare to address the needs of the immigrant population. And as you guys know, there is a large immigrant population here in Forest Park. I'm from the Bhutanese Nepali community, and there's a large population from my community here, and I think it'll be a perfect spot. It's in terms of location to open it here, and I would like to see if the previous library, the location where previous library was, if that is open.
Not available.
It's not available. Is there anything else that is available?
First,
Any resources that you can help me with?
Well, first, what's your name and
Oh, sorry, I totally skipped that.
See, right?
My name is Mamta Bajgai. I am from the Bhutanese Nepali community. Like I said, I am the vice chair of Nepali Language and Arts Center. We do, it's a nonprofit. We do events. We have done the Diwali event here last year, which you were there.
Was there?
yes?
Yeah.
I think your question was if is there any
Yeah, just
property
con-
available?
If you'd like, just give me a call, and we can talk about available spaces throughout the community.
Perfect.
Yeah, our community development department should have a list of
Yeah.
different spaces that so you can contact the city and you want them to call you directly, Don?
You can call me directly, but just call the city and ask for me.
Okay, and ask for
I'll-
you?
yeah,
Okay,
I'll make
perfect.
sure that I'll meet with you and we can talk about it.
I guess, do you guys have any questions for me? Do you think it is needed? Or I kind of want feedback on the idea of it.
I do have a question. When you talk about an adult daycare for the immigrant population, is this for aging adults that are immigrant and or refugee, or is this for the influx of brothers and sisters that we have that are moving to Forest Park? I want to be clear about that. When I hear daycare, I'm thinking maybe older adults, but I just wanted to be sure.
Correct. It is for older adults who, so I don't know if you guys realize, the majority of the Bhutanese Nepali population who are aging, they do not speak the language. They do not drive. So and now they're not everyone is like a homeowner, right? So they're spread out. We're not in one space. So they have no way to talk. They don't know they're not used to technology, so they can't like communicate with their friends. So it's like a way for them a safe space for them where they can come together and just be together. Yeah.
I absolutely love the idea. I think that is genius, to be exact. That is a resource that is not available. That is a service that is not out here. I have not heard of it anyway. So I encourage you to write up your business plan. I encourage you to consider like what all that's going to look like. Reach out to the Immigrant and Refugee Law Center. Reach out to some other resources that may be available. Definitely get with the city manager and identify possibly some space if you're going to do something, because I think that could be positive for our city, and you're going to end up employing people to work there. So I think that's a great idea. So I encourage you to take the steps forward to do so.
Thank you.
What would those numbers actually look like in this city in terms of the aging population for Nepalians?
For the Nepali community, it's 40% of our like population is aging. They're 50 and above, and yeah, if you think about it, like a normal American, 50, you would say they work up to like until like they're 70, right? But based on like our background and where they come from, like I am a refugee. My parents are from Bhutan. They've gone through a lot, and it just with health issues and everything, they end up needing the care before an average American.
So the amount, so in terms of the population size here, about what would that look like?
The population size here, I'm not quite sure like in Forest Park, but I know in terms of like overall population, but I would say like 40% of us live in Forest Park and Fairfield, which is also very close from here. And then there are some moving to like Hamilton.
I have a question. So thank you again for reaching out to me, and thanks for coming tonight. As far as resources now, so the aging population in your community, where do they go? Where do they congregate? Do they meet in houses? Do they meet at churches? Right now, what do they do just to have that social engagement?
Right now, as a nonprofit, we do have events, but we're not like a big nonprofit. We are all volunteers, so we do have events like a couple of times a year for them to get together. We do not have like a temple or church just like dedicated to us. We're not there yet. We've only been here for 15 years, so we haven't developed that yet.
Okay. And I would like to say, and I'll just speak for self, I had a lovely time last year at the Diwali celebration here at the park. First time ever been to something like this. First time ever having the food, and I have to say the people are very welcoming. Just really so happy to be able to share their culture. And that you chose Forest Park to have this celebration, because I did meet people from Columbus and Louisville and the surrounding areas, and they were just saying like how much of a time they had here. So if you ever choose to do it again, I encourage everybody, if you can make it, please make the celebration, and I hope you, and if you have something coming up, I mean, not as big, but just something in the community, just let us know and try to support you.
Thank you. That was amazing. Yeah, we love the support that you guys have given us with the park and everything, and I look forward to doing more events at the park too.
Absolutely.
It was a fun event. As far as your question about whether, like, what's our thoughts on the idea, there are a number of adult daycares that currently exist in Forest Park. None that I would say cater to the immigrant and refugee population specifically. So given that, 40% of the Nepalese community that you're saying are aging, I would say that it is needed, but I would just recommend contacting Don about different locations so you can congregate and then kind of iron out the details from there. But other than that,
Did you write your information down on the sheet? Did you write your information down?
I do have the city. I've been here before. I walked up here a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, "Is any of the council member here?" And she looked at me, and she's like, "They're not here. They don't work here." So I do have the information. Yeah.
No, I was asking if you wrote your information on the sheet that's required.
Oh, if, on this?
Yes.
Oh, no,
Yes,
I
I
haven't, I haven't.
And
That's what I was
I
referring
get that
to.
right.
And then, Mamta, just to piggyback a little bit off of the mayor, with the existing facilities that are here, you know, you can always go and ask them, hey, could we have a day out of the month where our population can come in and you can provide those translation services or what have you, so that in the interim, before you're up and running, that they have some place to go. They're going to be open to that. They would not, I don't believe they would close their doors to that either. And
Okay.
you'd be able to have resources and supports there.
I've like looked into a few, not here in Forest Park, but around the city, and there are a couple of like
That's not us.
that's yeah
That's not us.
they're like private pay, and our populations are on Medicaid,
We
Medicare.
have
So
them in Forest Park that
yeah.
are on we have
you
have
have
several.
okay.
Yes, we
I'll
do.
definitely reach out and see if we can work something out until
Okay. All right, well, thank you.
Have
Thank
you
for
made
bringing this to our
any,
attention.
have you made any contact with organizations like Council on Aging or anything like that?
Yeah,
You
I
have,
I have
okay.
contacted Council on Aging. They've walked me through the process.
Uh-huh.
They have been very helpful.
Okay, good,
Mhm.
good, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Monta,
That
give you this.
concludes item number 4,
don't have any
communications
cards.
from the public.
I'm sorry,
Moving
they'll
on
call me
to
tomorrow.
item number 5, reports from council members, starting with Councilmember Adams.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. A couple of things. We are having our next beautification meeting on February the 19th at 6 p.m. That particular council meeting, we are going to have a representative from Tree City present. The reason for that is so that we can kind of talk about Tree City, any tips or any information or expectations they're going to have. Forest Park will be hosting this year. The mayor and the city manager are both invited to come, and I believe we've extended an invite to Rebecca with the city, and I'm sorry I don't remember her department, but I know she does a lot with the city as far as events and things. But we have, I believe, extended an invite for her to come, or any other representative, just so we can kind of make sure that when we host our Tree City, we do it with excellence. Also, too, we do have when I say we, I mean beautification. We do have an agreed upon criteria for our yard contest. Finally, we've put some work into that to try to understand better what the criteria is going to be, what we need as a commission in order to judge our yard contest in the summer. So I just wanted to put that out there. And Mayor, I do not have any agenda items for this coming work session, and that will conclude my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Adams. Moving on to Councilmember Clark.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and good evening to you all. Just to report that yesterday, a very interesting program happened at the Indiana Pacers game. It's called CPR, Creating Positive Relationships, and it's something that we have through our police force. As you already have heard, we are very much ingrained in the community, and Officer Darnell and Officer Wilson took about 20 kids from Wintonwood's from the school over to the Indiana Pacers game. They reached out to the Pacers last year to see if they could get some support for funding, and it's been a positive. It's made some positive impacts on the kids, and so they had that opportunity yesterday, and they'll continue to do that and more. And that's all that I have right now.
All right, thank you for that. Councilmember Clark, do you have any work session items?
I do not.
All right, moving on to Councilmember Harrison.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Once again, congratulations to our new officers who were sworn in this evening. It's great to see that they took the oath and chose this fine city to be a part of. So once again, congratulations to them. For work session, I know the question came up last meeting regarding the youth summit down at UC Medical Center. Wasn't sure if there had been any word on like if the city's going to support somehow or some way. So that's all I have for now.
Okay. Yeah, we can add that to the work session about the youth summit, and we can discuss that because I do think it's worthwhile to support.
Yes, thank you.
All right, moving on to First Vice Mayor Holt.
I do not have a report, but I do have comments. What concerns me here is with the officers that are coming on hand are all white. We are a predominantly black neighborhood. And every time I hear there are no black officers that are qualified, I don't believe that. Because I know some people that have applied for the job, but it always come up, there are no black officers that are qualified. I call that bull. So this is a predominantly black neighborhood. It's a minority neighborhood. I mean, we become, the blacks are going down, but it's still a minority neighborhood. But all white cops run this. All the city managers, are white. I need to know what is going on with that. And what's happening in the country today, it makes me believe that we are part of that agenda. And that I don't like. I don't like it at all. Because I know for a fact, we as black people, black officers, there are black people out there, are qualified for these jobs. But they're not coming to Forest Park, to a black neighborhood. That upsets the hell out of me. I went through this in 1965. What I did in 1965, I can sure the hell do it in 2025. And that's shut this city down. Unless you can show me a reason why we are not proportionally represented in this city. With that concludes my report, and I have nothing to add.
Okay, moving on to Second Vice Mayor Dr. Moore.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I do not have a report at this time.
All right, thank you for that. Do you have any work session items?
No, I do not.
All right, and then moving on to Councilmember Sylvester.
Yes, Mayor, and good evening to Forest Park. Just wanted to comment that I know we moving into this new year, and we're phasing into a point where the one subject that always draw attention to our residents is taxes, but also to let them know that we've got a posting on our events for this coming year, for 2025. They can make reference to the forestpark.org website, so they can kind of go ahead and get dates and times identified to get an advancement on their calendar for this year, to give themselves a notable opportunity to be able to attend and be a part of what the city is continuing to work and provide to our residents. So with that concludes. And I don't have any items to add to the agenda.
Okay. Thank you for that, Councilmember Sylvester. So that concludes item number 5. Moving on to item number 6, which is the mayor's report. Don't really have a formal report. I do want to say that the city in the summer is going to start up our concert series, our food truck rallies, and there have been a number of people reaching out. So please remember, if you would like to participate as a vendor, contact the city to get onto the email list or the call list when there are openings to bring your food truck or your particular business to any number of events this summer. So again, please contact the city. And with that, I do not have any work session items to add as well. So moving on to item number 7, which is our city manager's report. We're going to hear from Mr. Don Jones.
Yeah, well, just a couple of dates here. And the bike racks are coming in next week over by in the park at Central Park by the school.
Okay.
The digital sign is now down, if you hadn't noticed. It's dug up. We dug up the footers, and it's on its way. So as soon as the weather breaks and get all the permits and everything, we'll be putting that thing up here very shortly. So you'll see a new sign coming up here in front of City Hall. Spring sports signups are February 16th. That's when they're over. They're ongoing right now. They're all online. Rental registration, that's a process we started last year. If you own a rental home in the city of Forest Park, or if you're renting a home, it must be registered here at the city. Registration deadline is coming up. It's March 1st. Want to remind everyone, for the Historical Society, they are having their Great Grads event, another of the, one of those. It'll be at the Forest Park Library on 660 Northland on Tuesday, February 4th. That's tomorrow. It'll be between 4 and 5 p.m. So stop in and see those folks and take a listen to the Great Grads presentation. And again, following up on Councilmember Reggie, the tax office is open now, and e-file site is open as well. So you can file online. You can also come in, and our tax associates will help you through your taxes sooner than later. So come on in before the crowd gets bad. Other than that, I don't have anything additional to say.
All right, thank you for that, Don. We're gonna move on.
Just a quick question for clarification. The rental registration, is that on the renter, the renter or the landlord?
On the landlord.
Okay.
So if you have a property that you are renting,
On the property here.
you're the landlord, if you're the owner, you need to register that property with the city so it can get properly inspected and make sure that property maintenance and everything is up to code, so that we're improve our rental properties here in the city of Forest Park.
All right. Moving on to item number 8, which is our other reports. We're going to hear from our law director, Mr. John Wyckoff.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a couple items. I've been working with Susie Soltzman over at the police department about implementing the new charges for body cam and dash cam, and also gave her some advice about what items in a video should be or should not be redacted according to our open records laws.
Okay.
Also, for our new Fire Chief Jermaine Hill, I reviewed a contract. Its purpose is a software platform for fire and EMS reporting and recording. I gave some suggestions of amendments, which the vendor happily made, despite, as you all know, these vendor contracts are standard. They come out of their computer, but they fortunately changed the items I requested to be changed. That is the end of my report, unless there'd be any questions.
All right, thank you for that, John. Any questions? All right, we're going to move on to our other report from our acting clerk of council, Mr. Scott Fikowski.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, but I have nothing to report tonight.
All right. That concludes item number 8. Moving on to item number 9, which is unfinished business and general orders. There are none. Moving on to item number 10, which is new business, and there is no new business. And then moving on to the final item, which is adjournment. I did really quick want to say, because I forgot to mention it, we do want to wish former fire chief now, Alfie Jones, a wonderful retirement. He served the city faithfully for 37 years, so we do thank him for his incredible service, and we hope that he still comes around to all the events. so
I do have something too,
thank you,
Mayor.
Chief. Mhm.
When we talk about new business, I can understand the passion in Councilwoman Holt's report. I like to ask possibly when we go into our next work session, if there can be some discussion about how we are recruiting officers for our city. This is an ongoing conversation. I've been on council now. This is my 4th year, and we've had this conversation or alluded to this conversation or had some whispers of this conversation or some form of this conversation for the last 4 years. I do not believe that the city is intentionally not hiring representation of the city, but I do believe that it is worth a conversation because possibly, maybe, this is something that has not been brought to the attention formally. So I would like for us as a city council to have formal conversation about this. Thank you.
All right, we can add that as a work session item. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and close. So is there any other business to come before the body? Is there any other business to come before the body? Is there any other business to come before the body? Hearing none, this council meeting is adjourned.